Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the What We Said podcast, everybody. We are diving in. Okay.
Get ready.
We're going to talk about the year of the horse today. We've been teasing this episode, I feel like way too much.
A little too much, as if it's going to be some groundbreaking
Don't
concept.
worry, we're going to cover it. But we're going to get into it. And we're both wearing you're wearing camo. That's horse vibes.
Yeah, the brand is also Dairy Boy, so I feel like, I'm a bit on brand. You're really leaning into the cowgirl aesthetic. You are locked in for this episode and ready to talk about horses.
Yeah, I look like I'm about to go enter a rodeo a little bit. But, that's the vibe.
Were you so excited when you saw it was going to be the year of the horse?
Oh, so excited. I love when a trend makes sense and just sticks. And, not always does the zodiac, the Chinese zodiac animal match up with the trend.
It's true.
What a rush of euphoria.
What a time to be alive.
Horse
girls everywhere are thrilled by this news.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm thrilled because the horse is such a beautiful, powerful animal. I feel as though last year with the snake, that's a scary animal, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't love a snake, so
no one likes a snake.
I'm personally happy with the switch up. We'll get into all things horse girl. Do you have anything spectacular or really groundbreaking that happened to you this week?
Well, did I talk about watching Holes?
No.
I thought I rewatched the movie Holes. I saw a little clip of it and on TikTok, and instantly I was like, I've got to watch that movie again because it was an edit of kissing Kate Barlow and basically her crash out after they, spoiler alert, killed her beau.
I'm not kidding that I haven't seen that movie since I was probably 12 years old. It has been over 15 years.
I was sick with nostalgia. Her crash out was so valid. It was a, edit of them falling in love, and then they killed him, and then she crashed out because she was in love with him. She was pissed. The whole town, racist town. She's like, okay, you guys killed my baby. I'm coming after you. And then just started killing people, and then just became, a bandit.
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember the plot of this movie as you're talking. I really need a refresher.
It's such a good movie in turn. It's not like, wow, this is the craziest
this is
best
cinema
movie. Yeah. But it's just such a, I don't know, good movie. It's just, maybe it is the nostalgia. It just reminds me so much of my childhood. But the story is giving mystery a little bit, and you're finding out this, old Western tale. There's love. There's curses.
That is very you coded.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say is, my outfit's giving is the warden from that. The girl
That's
who
what
comes
inspired
out.
Your look.
Yes, the girl comes out, and you think the warden's a boy, and then she comes out, and she's like redhead.
Oh, gorgeous.
And you're trying to figure out who the warden is, and then you find out she's the granddaughter. That's
okay.
where the
Oh,
I'm sick of this grandpa or grandpa or whatever. That's too damn bad.
Keep digging. What a great TikTok sound.
It's so good.
I reference that TikTok sound at least once a month.
Yeah.
Whenever Leif's happy, I'm doing something that I don't want to be doing, I tell him I'm tired of this grandpa.
No, literally.
That's so funny.
Such a good movie.
Speaking of redheads, I'm breaking my spray tan sobriety shortly after this podcast.
You did great.
We had a good run, and we're going on a vacation, and I said pale girl exposure therapy, absolutely amazing. Okay, actually being so dead serious right now, it has been so nice to not self-tan, and it really has shifted my perspective and my reality in such a way where there have been multiple events now or things I've done. We got family pictures done. I did not self-tan. I would always self-tan for things like that, just because I thought I was under the impression I looked better with a tan, okay? Or for big events, I would always. And I have now gone to 2 events, photos of Selena Gomez, not self-tanned, family photos, no self-tan. I'm really proud of myself because truly this has been a crutch for years based on insecurity.
20 years. Yeah.
Yes. Based on insecurity is the thing. You know what I mean? Because it's I don't want to look pale. I don't want to look sick, whatever. So I'll just do this thing. And not doing it for months has actually been so freeing because I don't know. It's weird how much you have to revolve your life around not letting your tan dissipate. Even when I got my massage for my birthday, I like got in the sauna and I showered, and I was thinking like I wouldn't do those things if I had a tan, because I'm just like, well, I don't want it to like come off super fast, stuff like that, where I just feel like I'm living. So I'm really proud of myself. And even today, you can like, it's a rapid tan, so you can leave it on for 2 to 4 hours. And I'm like, I'll probably only leave it on for 2. Normally I would like do the max. And I'm just like, I'm in a place now where
you're weaning.
I'm weaning. Exactly. And not to say, again, I've never wanted to be like, I'm done with self-tanning and like be this self-proclaimed person who never tans. Cause like, I think there's a time and a place, and that time is when I'm going on a tropical vacation. Okay. But I'm also not like so dependent on it now where I'm like, I'm hideous without it. Like I really don't feel that way. When we got our family photos back, I was so emo because I was like, I actually think that I look like really beautiful like this, just like with my natural skin tone, which truly probably a year or 2 ago, I wouldn't have felt that way. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so pale. But like, I don't know, kind of like suited me. And I felt like it was like very ethereal. And I was like, I love it.
You're coming into your essence. I love it.
So
I'm going to miss the pale.
Yeah, it'll only be there for like a week. Don't worry. And then I'll be scrubbing it off. But something that I have not missed at all is just like the streaky tan lines and the smell. And I'm just like, it's literally such a commitment. Like to be doing that all the time. I would do that once a week.
And then exfoliating,
Yeah, it's just a whole process. So it has been very freeing. Shout out Kylie. She was my inspiration. She knows that. I met her in person. We met her at the Rare Beauty event. And I was so happy that we got to like finally connect in person, because we've only been like online friends. But she is the one who, started this movement in my eyes. She posted all about pale girl exposure therapy and how she has been like addicted to self-tanning forever, and she just wants to embrace her natural skin tone. And she really inspired me, because it's kind of crazy how when you see something from the outside, like I was looking at her photos and she would show when she was tanning versus when she wasn't. And I'm like, you look stunning without self-tanner. Like she just looked so pretty and glowy. And anyway, so she really inspired me, and I'm glad that I tried it out. I'm definitely going to like continue doing it again. Just, I feel like spray tans will be like for special occasions every now and again. It's not going to be like a weekly thing for me. Or, you know what I like from my pale girlies, I will say, is the Luxe Unfiltered. Like, have you ever used
the
that?
water?
It's like, no, it's like the lotion.
Oh.
But it's not a tanning mousse. It's just a lotion, and it's like very subtle. I feel like sometimes
like
if you
bronze?
just like, a little, like it develops, it is self-tanner, but it just is not like super dark. I feel like if I put it on, no one would think I self-tanned. I just like look a little more alive kind of thing.
Yeah, just look a little like you were out in the sun for a little bit.
Yeah, so I really like that as an option for kind of like an in-between where it's like not so dark, but if I just really feel like I need, some like a pep in my step, that can possibly do the trick. So anyway, we're on a journey. Thanks for being here with me, guys.
I love that. I'm about to sound like a boomer. Like, God doesn't make mistakes, but I do feel
you
like...
did make a mistake with my chin. That was it.
Yeah. But I feel like with people's features, like their eye color, hair color, like different things, that when they just like lean into their own, like what aligns with them, it just always looks better than when they're trying to be someone they're not.
It is. It's true. Yes.
And that's not to say they can't like change things about like the color of their hair or, do self-tan or anything like that, like cut their hair or whatever. But it's just like when you embrace who you are and try and like accentuate your beauty instead of like copying someone else's beauty and being, okay, that looks good on them, I'm going to do that on me.
Totally.
I feel like it just like looks so much better. And you see it so much more easily on other people than you see on yourself.
Totally. And all my friends have been so supportive. Like whenever I don't tan or something, like all of my friends are like, no, it looks so good on you. Like you look good pale. And I'm like, always just like, okay, shut up. Because also they're always like, I'm heinous and pale. And I'm like, and how do you think that makes me feel, mama? But then everyone's like, no, but it looks good on you. But I'm like, no, I understand what you mean though.
Yeah.
Because like, I actually do get that because it is just my natural skin tone. So it's like, of course it looks natural on me. So I do, because I always think that there's lying to like be nice, when they're like, no, but it looks, because that's what everyone always says. No, but it looks good on you.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't look good on me. And I'm like, well,
like it suits you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's true.
But I do understand. I'm like, no, I get it. It's literally like my natural.
They're like best quality on you, worst quality on me.
Exactly. yeah. Like, oh, absolutely heinous, disgusting on anyone else. But it's working on you.
It is like the combination of everything together. I feel like. I think that's how I feel about my nose. Like, I don't think everyone would look good with my nose. I don't think it like is, but on me, in my combination of things, I'm so glad I never got a nose job because now I believe people and they're like, no, but your nose looks good on you.
Yeah.
Like, it makes you. And I'd be like, yeah, okay. Again, same thing. It's like, says you. But
Yeah.
now I understand. And I'm like, okay, this on me works for me. And it does make me, and it doesn't need to be, what looks pretty on other people. I can appreciate other noses and also appreciate mine.
100%. So, I love this for us.
Yeah.
Our 30s are about embracing us. Was there an actual
our ugliness?
embracing our uglies? And let me tell you, Mama, the winter uglies are hitting. Because while I'm doing pale girl exposure therapy, my jawline and my chin has the audacity to start breaking out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen this in years. Cool.
You know what, though? I really feel like we've talked about this before, but there's something so chic about the thing that makes you ugly to yourself. Like, the more I lean into what I used to think makes me ugly and just like is kind of honestly maybe subjectively ugly, I feel like it's chic.
It's like kind of a vibe.
Yeah, I'm like, if I looked perfectly whatever, like I would choose. That's not chic. That looks cheap. That looks true. Like weird. I don't know. Like, what makes you ugly is what makes you chic.
No,
honestly.
my friend was actually talking about that with a girl that she met, and she was saying like her teeth were kind of like not bad, but she was just like her teeth were just not like perfect. Like they weren't like perfectly straight. And she was like, it was such a vibe on her. Like I loved it because it's just like character.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, 100%. I feel that like that with people who have gaps in their teeth who like always hated it, but it's like honestly, it what looks really good on you. Yeah. It's just like what makes you you.
Yeah. And it's usually always the people's number one insecurity. And it's what makes you chic, honey.
I agree with that. Love that.
And that's all really a girl can hope for is to be chic.
Ain't that the truth?
Dumped it down to just that. I'm like, all you should be as a woman is a fool and chic.
My life goal. Wait, can I talk about, did you have something specific actually?
Well, I want to talk about Traitors, but we should wait. We'll recap later. How many episodes are there? 8?
Oh, I don't
should we just wait till the end?
Did 2 come out this past week or just 1?
I mean, like, I wonder how many total there will be to the end. Because so far, we're recording this 5, 6 when people are listening to this.
Didn't an episode come out?
Or no?
I thought 6 are already out, maybe. I don't remember. But anyway, yes, we'll recap later.
6. You're right,
I'm not fully caught up. I am 1 episode behind.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to get caught up.
Such a good show. But I have...
You have thoughts?
So many, mostly one thought.
Colton?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen this episode. I don't even know what it's about.
Yeah.
I already told you he's my op.
Yeah. And
for good reason.
Yeah. He is. I want to talk about it, but if you haven't seen it, just know he's also my biggest op.
Not me at his house last year. Sorry, Mama.
In the game of Traitors, but also let's us not forget his past.
So he's not getting a good edit.
Oh, then. I don't think they could give him a good edit if they tried. Okay. He's acting. He's pissing me off.
Can I say something? Because I saw Demi's video about like his past and what he did and everything, and like I was feeling I was like, wait. I should not have gone on his podcast because I had briefly known about something. I honestly had never like dove into that situation and like really knew what he did to Cassie.
Yeah.
But then when she made that video, I was like obviously I don't feel like I necessarily did anything wrong. I basically for context, I went on his podcast specifically. It was like a fertility podcast to talk about my IVF journey. And like at the time, it just felt very, first of all, aligned. Like I'm very passionate about IVF and infertility. So I'm like, would I love to spread, just awareness and like my story about this on a big platform. Like he was partnering with this brand or something to do this podcast specifically about that. And they asked me to be on, and I literally went to his house, did the whole thing. He was nice enough, obviously, at the time.
What vibes did he give? Nice?
Yeah, like he was nice. I don't know. There was nothing. There was no massive red flag that I was like, oh, he's a freak. But then like hearing what Demi was just recounting, like the stuff he did, I was like, okay, number one, I should have never gone on his podcast. Didn't really do a deep dive. Should have been more aware. Shouldn't have supported like him at all. Number one. But like it really would be so maddening to see a person that you like had such a bad experience with, or like your friend did your friend so dirty, like actually was like diabolical, the stuff he did, and then it's like he's just getting all these massive opportunities. It would be so frustrating.
No, it's so frustrating. Again, it's not even that I think he would be like a jerk in person, but something gives me a yucky vibe when I'm watching him communicate with people. And just the way that like almost like the moments his mask slips, where I'm like,
I'm terrified.
You're scary. You're just giving me scary vibes.
Ay.
I don't know.
I will freak out.
Live text me when you're watching the episode.
Oh, I'll freak. I'm sure.
Anyways,
it is.
We can recap like maybe after Traitors, because it's so hard to keep up with every week and be on time and whatever. But just know we're watching. We're eating it up. I cannot wait till Thursdays every single week.
Same.
Thursday morning, I wake up with a pep in my step.
I get so excited when I know I have a new episode to catch up on.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. I just wanted to talk about the fact that, so in one of our last episodes when I was talking about the brand thing, how like working with brands now, they give you these briefs that are made with AI and it's annoying and they're like stripping creativity from every aspect of it and how blah, blah, blah. I went down this whole rabbit hole. Well, this agency that I'm working with on like a current brand deal project, reached out and they were like, hey, we listened to the episode where you went on your, where you chatted about the like influencer brand thing. We would love to hop on a call if she's open to it to learn more. They're like, we work with a lot of influencers. They were super nice. I could tell.
Like they were wanting your feedback?
Yes.
Oh,
I know.
That's great.
They were like, we would love to chat more about this because we really want to, I don't want to put words in the mouth. I need to read the email, but something like, we work with a lot of influencers and we want to know how we can improve. And like, we want to basically have a good relationship.
How fabulous.
I was like, amazing. Great. So hopped on a call with them today, and super lovely two girls. They are not a brand. They're an agency who works with like, they connect, the influencers to the brands and help the brand deals happen. And it was so super interesting to hear their kind of behind the scenes too. But they were essentially echoing everything I was saying and was saying, when you said that, we were like, finally, someone's saying that, because that's how we feel. And we have to constantly be trying to convince the brands that like, no, we work with influencers. You should do it this way. And she was like, it was actually really nice to hear from your perspective. And we kind of want to like talk to more influencers about this exact subject so we can take that to the brands and say, hey, this is like a case study. We've been speaking to influencers. This is how they work best. This is how you're going to convert the most sales, whatever. So anyway, it was super interesting. And they were kind of saying that they think that because I've been doing this for a long time, I'm more comfortable pushing back on points. Whereas if you're a super new creator and they send you a brief and they say this, do this, you're just like, okay, like I'll just do that, I guess. And then you're losing authenticity because you're not necessarily pushing back and like trying to be,
you don't know the industry in and out. Because also with influencers, yes, you have influencer friends, but I feel lucky because you are like my mentor in this space. But I feel like a lot of people become influencers. It happens so fast, and they might not have people around them that are in the industry and know the ins and outs. So they just are like, I guess this is what I'm supposed to do. I guess this is just what everyone does.
Totally. Like
there's like not the transparency between everybody. So yeah, that's awesome.
No, that's true. It's like if you don't have, because at this point, I feel like I also have so many friends in the industry who I consider like mentors and stuff, people I look up to too, who I've also learned a lot from, and I can go to them and be like, is this normal or should I say this? So it is really helpful, that transparency. But yeah, they were kind of saying, that's kind of how we've gotten to this point too, where people will just do what they say, what the brand says, and then it just kind of perpetuates this issue where it's like, kind of inauthentic, kind of scripty, kind of like dumb. People aren't connecting with it, but they just don't realize that they can push back. And ideally, the brands wouldn't be doing that in the first place, obviously. But also, the bigger the brand, the worse it is. We just had this whole discussion, but it was really nice to chat with them. And they were like asking me about events and stuff. They were like, do you like going to influencer events? Like what makes them good? What's like if they offer you a +1, are you more likely to go? Just all these different things. And I was like,
thank you for asking.
Thank you for asking. You are so good at your job. I was telling them, I said, like, the fact that you even wanted to have this conversation is you are on the right track and you're going to be successful because you care about like the integrity of everything. And anyway, they had mentioned like I had kind of worked with I've worked with one of them on different projects. She was at the different agency. Anyway, so we'd kind of been connected. But anyway, yeah, it was interesting. It was good. Not that I think that conversation's going to, change the industry at all, but it's like a step in the right direction of, I was thinking, okay, the commentary that I shared is not completely just like lost in space. Like at least that little convo came up from it. So
for sure. I think that if people are listening who are influencers too, it's like nice to hear someone be like, you can push back.
Yeah.
And you can, this isn't supposed to feel like maybe how you're feeling where it's like, oh, okay, you're right. I have been feeling like creatively blocked or whatever because of this. So
yeah.
It's good.
And also that, you don't have to be rude when you push back. Like, I feel like there's a way to be like, hey, can I actually do this? Because I feel like this would work a lot better for both of us. This is what I've seen. I'm making this up. I've seen when I do voiceovers, it doesn't do as well as when I'm just talking to the camera. Can I start with that? Something like that. Like you can bring that up and usually they're pretty receptive. It's just like, it is annoying to have to constantly push back, but I think it is worth doing. And one more, I promise I'll shut up about this afterwards, but our friend Claire made a really good point. We were voice memoing about it because she listened to the podcast and she was like, yes, this is exactly how it's been lately. And she was like, I feel, hope she's okay with me sharing this. Maybe I'll text her before, make sure. But she was saying, I feel like brands are treating influencers now as just UGC content. So they want it they want to be able to put money behind it and have it like whitelisted so that it just goes to a wide array of people and a big audience, not just yours anymore.
Yeah.
So they want it to connect with a large audience instead of yours. So that's why it's like, say this talking point, say this, because basically we want to blast
the rights
this.
To it, yeah.
We want to blast this everywhere so that everyone sees it, when that's kind of missing the point of our audience. It's like at that point, you think I can bring up like pooping my Skims or something? Like, no. My audience is going to think that's funny and they're going to like, get it. They blast it to millions of people like that. They're not going to understand that. And so they don't want those inside jokes. They don't want that personality. They literally want the talking points so that they can just... And I was like, that's so true. That is how they're treating it, it seems like.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, interesting.
Very interesting. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for a big shift in the industry.
Yeah, no, you guys don't know what's happening. That one conversation, the world will never be the same.
You think you can mess with us? Should we get into this?
Yeah, let's get into it, horse gal. You guys, we love Squarespace here at this podcast, and we have used it for so many years. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online, whether you're just starting out or you're scaling your business. Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Squarespace offers so many different features and things that make your life easier as the person who's trying to create your website, but also for your users, for your customers, people who are coming to either buy something on your website, learn something. They give you everything you need to offer services and get paid all in one place. From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. You can get paid on time with professional on-brand invoices and online payments, plus streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools. So yeah, if you are offering any sort of service where your clients need consultations or you want to schedule something, they have all of that figured out. If you are selling a digital product, a physical product, like they really have it all covered and they make it just so easy.
You can also make smarter business decisions with Squarespace intuitive built-in analytics tools. So you can review your website traffic, you can learn where to focus engagement, you can track revenue from bookings, invoices, or product sales all from one place, which is so important. If you have a business, especially if you're just starting a new business, it's so important to learn what your customers are doing, what they're liking, and keep track of those analytics. And Squarespace makes it so easy. So you can go to squarespace.com/whatwesaid for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code whatwesaid to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Go check it out. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Now that Valentine's Day is coming, it's around the corner, you can kind of feel like everyone else has it all together in their love lives. Maybe everyone around you is married or dating or single, but the truth is most of us are still figuring it out and finding our way. And no matter where you are in your romantic journey, therapy can help you find your way. It can help you determine what you want, maybe something that feels heavy, or how you can take some pressure off of yourself. We've been talking to friends of just about the dating experience, especially as you get older, and how maybe just frustrating and isolating it can feel. Therapy can be a big help in thinking of how you can be a better partner and just help you find your way and see more clearly where you want to be.
Truly, everyone is always just in the process of figuring it out. No one has it figured out in their relationship. And I feel like it's very comforting to realize that. And also that a little work in therapy can lead to a lot of progress. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they are fully licensed in the US. So the quality is really there. Also, as far as finding a match for you, BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so that you can focus on your therapy goals. You'll fill out just like a little short questionnaire, which is going to help identify your needs and preferences. And then they have 12 plus years of experience and an industry-leading match fulfillment rate. So they typically get it right the first time. But if you're not happy with your therapist, you can switch to a different one at any time from their tailored recommendations. They have over 30,000 therapists. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. And there are a ton of reviews, like over 1.7 million client reviews, and they're averaging a rating of 4.9 out of 5. So you know it works. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/whatwesaid. That is betterhelp.com/whatwesaid.
The unfortunate truth is that you can't out-exercise a bad diet. This is something that I wish was true, but diet is so important. And the same is true for your multivitamin. And it's meant to support, not replace, a balanced diet. Ritual has been part of my morning ritual for years now, whether it's I'm taking my prenatals, the essential for women 18 plus, the postnatals. They have such good products that you know you can trust. So Ritual's team of scientists poured over thousands of studies to identify the common gaps between nutrient needs and what people are actually consuming across different life stages. So yes, while a balanced diet is a crucial component of supporting a healthy lifestyle, nutrient gaps can still happen due to genetics, dietary preferences, and even modern farming practices that deplete soil from nutrients. Their Essential for Women 18 Plus multi contains 9 key nutrients and 2 delayed release capsules designed for optimal absorption per day. So it's designed to be gentle on your stomach, and it has a little minty essence, which is amazing in every bottle. And it just makes taking it a little more enjoyable.
Not all vitamin and supplement companies created equal. That is for sure. Ritual's Essential is third-party tested for heavy metals, and it's clean label project certified. So you know you can trust what you're putting in your body. They're made traceable. They're vegan, non-GMO, project verified, gluten and major allergen free, all of the good stuff. So instead of striving for perfect health, aim for supporting foundational health. Save 25% on your first month at ritual.com/whatwesaid. That is ritual.com/whatwesaid for 25% off your first month.
Horse gal. Okay, so obviously, Year of the Horse. In years previous, I never really heard what the year of this. It was kind of like a little trend, but I feel like everyone is really keyed into the fact that it's Year of the Horse. Mm-hmm. Obviously, again, maybe because the trend and it's kind of built up to this moment of like, wow, I wasn't even realizing it was going to be the Year of the Horse. How iconic.
It does feel a little more iconic.
By the way, do you know what year we were born in? You know what we are? We're pigs.
Perfect.
It's lucky.
It's lucky?
I think so.
Love. That is so funny. I feel like I did know that. Now that you said that, it's sounding familiar. I knew I was deep down a pig.
Pigs are honest, compassionate, generous, and diligent, enjoying life's pleasures with an optimistic, easygoing attitude, though they can sometimes be gullible or naive due to their trusting nature. But the Year of the Pig is usually about fortune, personality, and, just being cool-headed and capable in any situation.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I told you the other day, I said, we were saying, what's the next animal trend going to be? Because, there's been many over the years, and right now it is kind of like the horse. Mm-hmm. And I was saying pig is next. Mm-hmm. And the reason I was saying that is because my mom's new vintage shop, if you guys saw, so excited. Mm-hmm. We'll chat more about that later when it's like actually opening, but hopefully it will open kind of soon actually. But anyway, her logo is a pig, and it's so cute. If you go to her Instagram, you can see it. It's Scout Vintage Shop. It's like a little pig drinking tea.
Love a pig.
So cute. And I'm like, honestly, like, because she was sending me her branding and I was in that mode, I'm like, pigs are so cute, actually.
They are so cute.
So I could see that being a thing. But
I could see it.
How long until the year of the pig? We got a long time to go. That's okay. You don't have to find it for me.
I think there's 12, and I don't know where we're at. I know next year is the year of the goat.
Oh.
So that's all I know. It's coming next.
Okay.
And your previous year of the snake, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
And I know the year before that, the year our babies were born, Ella and Benny were born in the year of the dragon.
I did know that. Mm-hmm. Dragon.
It's cool. Okay, well, the year of the horse technically starts on February 17th this year and goes till February 7th next year. I don't know why, but that's what it is. I listened to a podcast episode of Star-Crossed with Megan Rose, and she had a guest on, and they were talking about the year of the horse, and it's actually the year of the fire horse and what that means. And they just were diving into it, and I was eating it up. So I'm just going to relay some of the information, okay? And feel free to chime in with any thoughts or questions or comments or concerns.
Okay, gorgeous.
Okay, so it's the year of the fire horse. So I think every 20 years or so, it's a new element. So it's not always the year of the fire horse. Sometimes it's the year of the white horse. Sometimes it's the year of the metal horse. Like there's throughout time and eternity, it's different elements, okay?
Okay.
Previously it was earth, and then 2024 it turned to fire. So we're in like the fire generation now. So
for the next 20 years, it's fire.
I don't know for sure if it's 20, but it's
but for a
something like
while.
that. Yeah, it's something
I didn't
like
realize that.
Yeah, so for the next 20, it's something like 20 something years, maybe longer than that. It will be the element fire. So it'll be the fire goat, whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's the fire horse, which,
Iconic.
even that, energy is giving you, just a little taste of what that means. And you can kind of even feel that energy, even just hearing that, like fire horse. Mm-hmm. So the horse year itself, or like the horse in this Chinese zodiac, and that's what we're talking about with the year of the horse, by the way, symbolizes stability, vitality, action, ambition, and freedom. Think of a beautiful horse galloping. They're fast. They just go. They don't need. So last year was the year of the snake, and this year's the year of the horse. The year of the snake was all about shedding, old layers. If you were feeling, as we were, kind of like your feet are stuck in the mud and you're trying to keep going, but you're having to kind of really look yourself in the mirror and realize things. You're shedding old ways. You're kind of looking at yourself, reflecting on old habits and things that you've been trying to do. And maybe it just felt like you were stuck and that you were trying to, this painful rebirth, basically, like you're shedding old skin. This year is just getting up and doing it. Just your skin is shed, you're free, and just lean into that energy. So she was talking about how, again, the fire horse is all about the fire in and of itself kind of also represents rebirth and cleansing and, things like that. So you're this new motivated energy. So you have this, like she was saying, it's kind of like picturing a baby horse, like you're new. And also in numerology, it's year 10, which is, I think also, again, I'm not claiming to be a numerology expert, but I think that also is like the 1, because 1 plus 0, I don't know. But basically,
because 1 plus 0, now you lost me.
Well, that's what numerology is, I believe, is you take a number. So, your birthday, you take all those numbers and you add them up and you keep adding them up until they turn into 1 through 9. That's what I thought. So when they're saying year 10, I think that means year 1. Because it's technically 1.
Yes, I have heard that it is universal year 1.
Yes.
I've heard that a lot. But then when you said 10, it threw me off.
Well, I don't know. They were saying 10, but I think I don't know.
It means 1 because 1 plus 0 is 1. I get it.
Exactly. So that also means ending old cycles, building new ones, again, rebirth and renewal. Mm-hmm. So all of us are feeling this new sense, again, if you're leaning into it, this new sense of ambition, a new sense of motivation, and kind of this bravery of just like, let's just go. Let's start. And she was talking about if you've been feeling like you've been mulling over things, now is not the time. Now is the time to just jump in and take risks, feel scared, let yourself feel scared, let yourself be nervous of what could happen, but start actually seeing the creation of things you've been building over time. So, and you've been saying that a lot too. Like the word they kept saying and what I've been seeing about the year of the horse and all of these things is creation, motivation, action, getting going, and basically just believing in yourself and the sense of freedom that comes with taking risks. Because it's not like, okay, take risks this year and you'll be rewarded in terms of all of your risks will end up perfectly safe and you'll be so glad you did it. It's the action of taking risks helps you feel more free in life because you understand your capabilities more. You understand your resilience more when you take risks, regardless of the outcome. So doing that gives you a sense of freedom where you just can keep going. You can keep going and you can keep moving faster.
Yeah, it was so interesting. I'm going to read this thing to you too that I did on this website. But the theme that kept coming up was like creation and action, and that my word of the year has been create. And then I was talking at our first episode of the year, one of them, about how I had watched that YouTube video, how he was just saying like action is the most important thing. Like, yeah, you can think about doing a photo shoot, you can prep for it a million times, you can take a course, but the best thing to do is just go out and take the photos and learn. And that was a theme I was sharing earlier. So then when I was reading all this stuff, I was like, I resonate so deeply with all of this of just like getting up and going. And even with, I watched this YouTube video by this girl, Pageant Queen Pixie. Ooh. And she had basically said, and again, the number thing is starting to get, we're not experts about numerology. It's starting to get muddy, okay? But she was saying that 2025, because of numbers, okay, represents...
because of numbers and science.
because of things that have been proven and are definitely true. 2025 represented like conflict, chaos, challenge, necessary decisions, and possibly like a turning point in your life. And then 10, which is like 1, basically what you're saying, represents completion and the start of something new. And she was saying that 2025 was like a time to reflect and realize, and that the year of the snake was for a lot of like internal resetting and clarity. And then the horse is going to carry that new version of yourself forward with energy, momentum, freedom, all of those things. And the thing that I did that was fun that I thought you would like too is it was on this Vogue article, and it said the personal year, you can find your personal year number, which is how 2026 affects you individually.
Ooh.
And it says, while the universal year 1 sets the global tone, your personal year number determines your individual focus and direction. Understanding both gives you the clearest roadmap for the year. So to calculate your personal year number in 2026, you'll use this formula, which is, and this is again when maybe we'll post this on the stories.
You add up all the numbers in your birthday?
Yes. But
okay,
it's
I did do that actually.
It's like your birth month reduced. Again, I'll post this on the story.
It's like for me, it'd be like 4 plus 18 plus, or 4 plus 1 plus 8 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 5. And then you take that and then you plus those numbers and then you continue. Is that it?
Yes. I don't know what just happened, but yes, I think so. I did yours for you. Oh, I did mine too.
Nice.
So I'm in year 3, like personal year number 3.
Yeah.
So mine says creative expression, social expansion, joyful communication, and self-improvement through learning.
Wow.
Which is literally everything I've been talking about.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yours is 5. It says freedom, adventure, transformative change, travel, and magnetic social...
not more transformative change. I'm sick of that.
Travel.
And
magnetic social connection.
Okay, nice.
So those were ours.
It's like you got another year. You got more learning to do, bitch. Sit down. I'm like, great.
Intense
more transformation. Okay. I'm sick of transformation. No, that's very interesting.
Maybe it's just, your new transformed self.
But I guess I'm always year 5 then.
Well...
does that ever change?
No, I don't think that number changes, but I think the theme and focus changes each year. Like,
gotcha.
This is what it means this year. Again, who knows, guys? This whole thing, by the way, if you dare to think, don't put us on a pedestal of thinking we are these like philosophical geniuses, because we don't know anything and we're just having a fun, girly chat, okay? So
yes.
I feel like with conversations like this, it literally is just like if something resonates and you like it, amazing. If you're like, that's not really how I felt last year, like that's totally fine. These are all just fun things to think about. Personally, I don't have any super solid belief systems at this point where I'm like, zodiac is my Bible. This is what I, like I like learning about all different types of things. And I think it's fun. And especially because I have been like, create. That's my year, word of the year. And then I read this thing and it's like creative expression is the main thing. I'm like, that's literally what I just said. So it feels resonant to me. And it just kind of like helps me feel like I'm on a good path for myself. Exactly. But if you're not resonated, like, no worries. That's all I'm here to say.
Definitely. If you feel like last year was your most motivated year and maybe you're already having a hard time, like, doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean, this is not also what's going to happen to you. Like, I don't believe that of any of the zodiac things. I feel like, again, you have free will and you have your choices and you can do whatever you want, but it's fun to, lean in. And if you can find bits of literally all I look for in these things is things that make me feel good. And if they make me feel...
Bits of inspiration.
Yes, if they make me feel excited and give me energy, great.
Yeah.
And that's how I've been feeling with the Year of the Horse thing. I also just resonated so much. I didn't even know that it was Year of the Snake last year. I could have... If I looked a little deeper, I could have told you something. It wasn't a good animal. Snakes. That's for sure. But looking back, I've talked about this a couple times, but even looking back at my vision board from 2025 that I made, it was so much about comfort and patience. Like all those like little by little, like things are coming, like just basically just keep holding on. It was like comforting things, lots of rest I put on there. And this year, what I was drawn to was like just pictures that were representing freedom to me and like joy. And that was another thing she was talking about is, if you think about a baby horse, like we're in this renewal and this horse energy and it's like a baby horse is like running, they fall, they trip, then they get back up and then they just keep running. And that's how I've been kind of feeling with the horse energy, not just like, I'm ready to dominate the world. It's just like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to feel it all. I'm ready to see it all. I have been wanting to travel a lot this year. So that actually is really funny because, I've been literally planning my travel this year. I'm like, we're doing it. Which I'm like excited about because of that energy. I'm like, there have been so many trips or things that I've been wanting to do that I keep having the excuse of either I don't deserve, like that's not for me, which is such a like whiny victim way to think, or it's not our time yet, there's always an excuse not to do these things or like take that trip or, start that business or do whatever it is. There's always excuses. And this year I'm just like, yeah, there's always going to be an excuse. I'm realizing that more than ever, especially I feel like getting an OCD diagnosis is where, sometimes I'll be talking to my therapist. I'm like, well, one day when I don't have OCD, he's like, okay, I'm feeling like you think that this is something that, just like magically disappears one day. And I think like coming to terms with things like that you can't control gives me a sense of freedom where it's like, I don't have to control and make sure all of these little things I know the answer to, or I have to figure it out, or I have to be perfectly ready. I can just go and do and I'll experience. And that's the point. Like going, experiencing, having whatever lights me up and whatever makes me feel excited, whatever is making me feel like energized to do it, to just go for it, and I'll figure it out along the way. And the more I do that, it's kind of like what we were talking about last year, even with tour and like just doing these things, the more you just, take the feeling with you and just understand you just got to go do it anyways. That's my whole theme this year, I feel like. And so it kind of bleeds into a lot of different areas, but it's fun for me to think about a horse too, because I just love horses. Not even that I own a ton of horses. I own no horse land. It's not like I grew up, with a ton of horses or anything. But I just feel like when I was watching Holes even, and just like that energy and that vibe of like Western stuff, I'm just like, I just
love it.
I think maybe just the unknown and the adventure of it and the freedom of like running in these open lands on a horse. I don't know why that just lights me up inside of just having fun.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it was fun, but
what was fun?
The Old West. Not that it was like a fun time or anything, but just
no, I feel like that is very aligned for you. And I kept feeling like just in general that the energy this year feels kind of like a glow up year to me in a way, just like fresh and exciting. I feel that really deeply with the kind of what I was saying earlier about like, you know, you had this rebirth and this year is about moving that person forward. And truly the reason it's so been ringing so true and like resonating with me so much is because I hadn't looked into any of the year of the horse stuff, but like now I'm reflecting on even just like my January so far. And that's been the whole theme of this year for me, has been like acting on things, even getting up earlier. It's like, that's been something I've been trying to change for 5 years. And then it's just like, I had this random spurt of energy where I was just like, I'm doing it. Like, again, like you said, there's always going to be an excuse. Oh, I'm tired. Well, this happened. Well, now I have to get, okay, well, there's always going to be that and even more added to your plate. So when are you going to do it? And I had that same thought of just like, I'm just going to do it. And I had that same thing written down about like, it sounds so millennial, but like book that trip, do that thing. But really, I feel like this is the year of like the things you've been putting off or you've been dreaming of this thing for so long. And it's always just like, well, like just try. Just try to put in action to at least get closer to that thing. Like, just try your best to book that trip you've been thinking about. You've had this goal to do whatever it is. If you have been saying for 5 years, I want to journal every day. Start doing it and set a timer and you know what I mean? Just like put in that action.
Just throw yourself into it.
Yeah, that's the energy I've been feeling at least. And so then when I was researching all this year of the horse stuff, I'm like, that is exactly how I've been feeling. Again, if you haven't been feeling that way, also give yourself time because
you're very unaligned with the universe, but it's fine. You'll catch up eventually.
It starts in February. So
you got a week.
Yeah, you have a week to lock in. No, but truly I feel like obviously everyone's situation is different and you're in different periods of life and you're not always, you know, I'm imagining if I was like postpartum right now, I wouldn't be like, year of the horse, let's go. You know, like you gotta do what you gotta do. But I think the action piece is really, really helpful to remember and it's good to just throw yourself into stuff.
For sure. One of the things that I put on my board this year is a quote that I keep going back to and it's just let it be messy. And I'm like, I really remember it. Hold on. It's really me with that TikTok. It's like, I'll never forget what she said. She said, shit, I forgot what she said, but let it be unpolished and messy and true. And that is very millennial as well. But I embrace my inner millennial. I feel like, again, millennials are chic and I'll die on that hill. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I think that being like more Gen Z now, I'm jumping ship. You're not chic. And
I think
you wish.
There are some millennials
I love
who
being
are
on the line because I can just teeter. I can, jump on the bandwagon of whichever one I like more at the time.
So true. There are a lot of very chic millennials. There are a lot of also millennial things that are the most unchic thing I've ever seen. Like Disney adult vibes, that's millennial. That's I would consider one of the most unchic vibes potentially. But there's also a lot of millennials who are very chic. Actually, what's the generation above us?
Gen X?
They're kind of chic.
Yeah.
Gen X is kind of chic.
Yeah.
Like lately.
Gen X, that sounds wrong.
That does sound wrong, but it's not boomer. They're not.
No,
boomers.
Gen X I think is our parents.
I think like a 50 or 60-year-old right now.
Yeah, Gen X is 1965 to 1980. Millennials are 1981 to 1996. Gen Z is 1997 to 2012.
Okay. Well, they changed. Did they change
There's
the
a
date
silent.
on this?
Oh gosh, that's sad. Baby boomers 1946 to 1964, and the silent generation 1928 to 1945. And then the greatest 1901 to 1927. The greatest. That's kind of a bold claim.
None of those people are probably really alive at this point. Maybe very select few.
Yeah.
Greatest is crazy.
Greatest is crazy.
But dare I say like the 50, 60-year-olds right now?
Chic?
Pretty chic. Some of them.
Yeah, you know what? I think just people getting older is chic.
Yeah.
I think the more people get older and the more, because I think that millennials are now entering their chic era because they're starting to lean into, they're starting to not care as much. They're just like, whatever, we are cringe. And there's something chic about leaning into your cringe too, where it's like, chic isn't all about being cool and untouchable and mysterious to me. It's like, you're chic if you're
about being yourself.
If you don't care.
Yeah.
And just be yourself. That's the chicest thing you could be.
I love that. I love the word chic.
I do too.
Like if someone described me as chic, it would make my day.
Yeah, 100%. It's
actually
the ultimate.
Actually someone did
Today.
No, yesterday. Someone told me that my outfit was chic, and I was like,
Ooh.
That's a really good compliment.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I was not wearing this. This I wouldn't consider to be my chicest outfit.
Chic.
Thank you.
The look all together. It's how you wear it. That's how you make it chic. It's not about what you wear. It's how you wear it.
Thank you. Our mother today really spitting some
like God
bangers.
didn't make mistakes. It's how you wear it. Embrace your ugly and your chic, and let it be messy and true to you.
Unpolished.
What was I saying about the unpolished thing? I don't know how that got in. Oh, because I was saying that quote was millennial. Anyways, I got way off track, but I just think that, especially a lot of people are replying to my story. They're like, yes, me with OCD. I'm like, okay, I'm realizing so many of these things now, like other people with OCD, they're like, yes, I relate because of the OCD. I'm like, oh, got me again. Like I thought that was just a normal thing. I'm like, everyone, don't you relate? They're like, just OCD again.
Wait, who to what quote? That one you just shared?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're like, this has soothed my OCD heart so many times. I'm like, oh.
No, I think
thought it was the year of the horse thing.
No, I think it's relatable to.
But it kind of like goes into, I don't know. My board was also really messy this year, and I'm just leaning into not being perfect and not having everything perfect before I start something.
Yeah.
Same thing. Just getting into just starting and just putting things out that I think a lot of times too, a lot of us, we've talked about this a million times, but especially when you're creative, nothing is up to par for you.
No,
so you just
wait
and wait to put things out. You never put it out because you're just like, well, it's not good enough yet. I don't want people to think I think this is my best work.
No, it's so true. That's such a thing that I struggle with. Like, as you were saying that, I'm possibly planning a shoot with someone right now. And I was like, well, before I reach out to them, I need to like put together an inspo board and like think about it a lot and basically plan it all out. And like, as you're saying that, I'm like, no, I should actually just go and be creative. I don't need an inspiration board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's nice. And it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. Like, that's a hobby of mine, is like putting together a little mood board. But also, I don't need to do that to be creative. Like, I can also what I should do is have no inspiration, go to a field and see what happens. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, that is actually art. So as you're saying that, it is like, it's such a thing. And I see that with so many of my other creative friends too, where it's like, oh yeah, we should do this. Well, first let's plan everything out to a T, you know?
Definitely.
Go the distance with Covergirl's new eye enhancer wrap tubing mascara for lash extension effect. Okay, listen, you have to try this mascara. My lashes look unreal the second I put it on. It gives instant definition, length, and lift, and the flexible tapered brush makes it so easy to apply. It grabs even my tiny little bottom lashes and it actually keeps them separated instead of turning them into one big clump. And the best part, the tubing formula. You know I'm obsessed with a tubing mascara, and when I'm doing full glam for tour, I always use one. So of course, this new Covergirl mascara had me instantly. If you've never used a tubing mascara before, these little ultra stretch, lightweight tubes wrap around every lash, which is how it gives that instant lash extension vibe without the lash appointment. It also wears like a dream, no flakes, no smudges, no raccoon eyes. For up to 30 hours, I can literally trust it to look perfect all day on tour, which says a lot.
And removing it, honestly, magic. After a live show, the last thing I want to be doing is standing at the bathroom sink trying to get my makeup off. I just want to crawl into bed. And that's why I love how quick and easy it is to remove. Just warm water on a cotton pad, hold for a few seconds, and the tubes literally slide right off. No scrubbing, no makeup all over my white towels, no panda eyes in the morning. Plus, it comes in 3 gorgeous shades: Max Motion Black for drama, Espresso Energy for soft everyday vibes, and Midnight Stride if you want that wide awake, bright-eyed look. Honestly, I live in Max Motion Black. It makes my eyes pop even on 0 sleep days, and I basically can't go without it. So if you want a mascara that actually does it all, lengthens, lifts, stays put all day, and removes easily without scrubbing drama, you need to try CoverGirl's new Eye Enhancer Wrap Tubing Mascara. Shop now at your nearest retailer, only from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl. Nowadays, it's so convenient to be able to send people money, request money, and just have everything online. But also, that creates room for scams, and it's easy to fall for these scams if you don't know what to look out for. I myself have fallen victim to scams. My sweet baby brother, I've mentioned this before, he fell victim to one of these scams where, oh, send this person money. Something is going on in your card. What's that? There's so many different things that can be scary, and you don't really know until it happens to you how easy it is to fall for these scams. And that is why we love Cash App. So when you get the Cash App card, not only do you get access to tons of perks and benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales or discounts on popular brands, but you also have extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap. So if a suspicious transaction pops up on your card, Cash App has your back by automatically declining the purchase and sending you a heads up to confirm if it's you or not. Behind the scenes, you can rest assured knowing your account balance is protected by 24/7 fraud monitoring. Spend with peace of mind today and order a Cash App card in the app or at cash.app/card. This is just built-in security that keeps your money safe and just gives you the protection that you deserve.
For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Discounts and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
Yes, something else they were talking about on that podcast is just like releasing your own limitations, like you're saying, about, shedding your old self and moving forward with the person that you are now, and just old habits and things that you've deconstructed about yourself, old things that you're just ready to kind of move on from, and just release your inhibitions. Literally that song. That's the theme for 2026. But releasing the illusion of limitations, because that's really what I'm realizing is all the things that I think limit me of being happy or being fulfilled are illusions that I've created, like a cage I've put myself in that I literally can walk out of at any time. If I just understand that it's just an illusion that I've been, just holding myself back from it. So I feel like reflecting is good on your previous year. You don't want to sit too much on it. Again, not like mulling over like what was last year, but I do think both of us have had a lot of shedding last year. A lot of, I don't know, just moving on from things that not even don't serve us anymore, but just
stale energy.
Yes,
for one.
Things that it's just like, I need to, this isn't fitting. This isn't, I need to move on. Something's not right. It's like feeling so, I don't know, literally like walking in the mud. That's how 2025 felt. Whereas like I'm trying to go, but it feels like I'm like stuck in the mud a little bit, and my steps are taking a little bit longer, and it feels like there's a lot of restriction, or like a lot of, I don't know, not restriction, but what's the word I'm looking for? Just
resistance.
Yes, resistance. And so I'm looking forward to just going this year and understanding and just being open to whatever this year is. Not even like this year is going to be my year. Just be like, I don't know what this year is, but I can control how I see things and how I act and how I react. So I can have fun with it. I can move forward.
I told you guys recently that I'm ready to be back in my like cringe girl boss era. So that feels very aligned.
Chic. That's chic as hell.
Thank you so much. No, I feel like I'm really trying to, with everything I've already shared, I feel like I'm just trying to get back to that core of creativity and seeing life as art, and also I don't know. I really like consuming things that inspire me, and like making our vision boards, how you were saying, I don't know, certain things that you're like, oh, like thinking about a field of, or like running through a field with a horse. It's like, I can't think of a specific image necessarily, but that's how I feel when I look at my vision board, is like images are I'm such a visual person is what I've learned. Like to see images is the most inspiring thing to me, which is kind of what I was saying earlier about like why I love making mood boards so much, is because seeing something visually expands my worldview to know that things are possible that I haven't done myself or I haven't created. But when I see an image of it, I understand that it's real. Unless it's AI, as a lot of things have been AI lately that me and Delaney were like, this girl's account is so cool. Liv and Claire like, that's AI. We're like, cool.
No.
Anyway, but yeah, I think especially honestly as AI ramps up, like I've been feeling this pull to be like, we have to keep our human creativity and our edge of just like, because even with photography, like people can create photography now that literally looks so real and it's straight up AI. And it's like, I was telling Delaney, we did this photo shoot and like we did a white background for some, we did a red background for some. And I was saying, I'm like, what's crazy is that we don't have to be doing this physical work of like pulling down the red background because I could literally just probably AI it to be red. But like, I don't like that because it just takes away so much of the creation of it.
Capturing
and like
the
joy.
realness.
Yeah. And so anyway, I think with that ramping up as well, if you are a creative person, like you have to hold on to your creativity and your art. And like, it also does mean something. I think I've just been trying to really lean in to realizing that art in general is so important for the world. And it's not just like silly to write a Substack article if you're into writing, or like make a junk journal, or create photos that you think are beautiful, or needlepoint, or knit something, or like make earrings, or take a pottery class. Like none of those things are, you know, just silly little things. Like some of them are a privilege, but art is so important.
I have a perfect quote to
Yay.
go along with that. That was on my vision board. And it's, they'll tell you that the arts and humanities aren't practical and then read poetry at funerals and weddings, cry over films, and search for meaning in ancient philosophy. Surviving is one type of practicality. Knowing why we bother is another.
Whoa.
I love that because
that ate.
Yes, it ate up. And I have that on my vision board because I feel the same way where I'm just like, there are certain things that I think the rise of AI has brought people to understand, like exactly what you're saying, like that conclusion of just like, but what can AI not recreate? And I was even thinking of this very silly situation, but I was walking through like a curated shop and I posted on my story, like just like a photo of them, like AI can never recreate the feeling I have walking through in person, a curated shop with actual objects, like that feeling that I get, AI cannot recreate that. And that's a form of art. Like when you walk through a curated shop and someone's put their heart and soul into collecting those items and putting them in a certain place, and like you're appreciating their work.
Just like it can be like a spiritual experience that people dumb down so much, like that. Yeah. Truly. And to everyone, it's a different experience. And I guess some people find things deeper, and you know, I think like some of my friends love poetry and words, and like that inspires them so much. And again, I think I'm that way with photos. Like I will see a photo and literally be like so inspired and in awe. Like one photo can give me inspiration for something that I've never thought of to take action on something. And I think some people are like that with words. Some people are like that with art, like, you know, painting or something or pottery but it's like, yeah, it's so important to follow that. And you know what that is, like for yourself. If you've done any sort of just sitting with yourself and like doing a lot of, or I guess trying different things out, you'll find that thing.
Yeah. If you've ever thought to get off your phone for a damn second and be with your own thoughts.
Your brick. Use my code. Duh.
No, I think that too. And I feel like even seeing that with how much my boys like space and how much I've learned about space because they love it so much. And just even when we went to NASA, I was feeling so inspired, and it was like art to me, like seeing the love that people have for exploration and just like the drive to figure something out and to explore and to know the unknown, and how excited they were about these little discoveries, and just the drive that humans have to do things like that. And even just learning about it, even learning about what people have done and watching, you know, history and reading about that. And I don't know, all of it is so, this year, I just want like I just keep thinking of the words full and rich, and not rich like money, although that is also nice, but just rich in taste, rich in love, rich in laugh. Yeah, just rich in experience and just expanding your taste in things. And I feel like that's just what I want out of this year, and hopefully for the rest of my life. But I also read this article kind of, you know, to give us some motivation for moving in and how to do this is getting rid of our phone addictions even more, because I read this Substack article and it was all about how she stopped her phone addiction. And she was not even saying like social media addiction. She was like, my phone addiction, having my phone with me at all times. She's like, I literally slept with it right by my head. Like I was obsessed with my phone. I had it in my hand all times, like could not be without it. And she was giving all of these ways of, obviously this is extreme, but she just kept having these excuses of why she needs to be able to text people back immediately, why she needs to be able to like have all of these things at her fingertips at all times. And she was being not extreme, but she was kind of saying it does sound extreme, but that's how far we've come to phone addiction, that it's like, well, no, because we need it. Like we need it. And she was talking about how she's like kind of turning her phone into a landline where she keeps her phone on the charger. If she's home, she keeps it on her charger. And if she uses her phone, she has to stay in that place. She can't bring it around. And like, you know, when she goes to bed, it's like on the same charger in another room where if she's using it at home, she has to stay in that place. And she's like, it makes it very inconvenient and it makes me not sit on my phone because I'm like, I don't want to stand here on my phone. Like, okay, I got to keep moving on.
That's actually a good tip that I haven't really heard. I mean, it's like self-explanatory, but it's the physical. At this point, you do need a physical restraint.
Yes.
Like that's just the bottom line. Even if you feel like you're not that addicted, it's like you said, it's not even social media. It's just like your phone being in your hand. Like if you want to change that, you need a physical restraint of it being on a charger or being bricked out of everything. Like the physical thing is so important, I feel like, at this point, which is crazy, but it is. Yeah,
and she was saying, I've had to put in a lot of systems to make it work. It's a big shift, but she's like, it has actually insanely helped. I wasn't planning on talking about this, so I didn't save her name, but I'm sure I liked it, so give me a sec. Okay, the article is How I Broke My Phone Addiction This Year by Vera Hester. Yeah, it's such a good read if you guys want to go read it, but she talks about like holding time for office hours where she's like, well, I need to get back to people within 3 hours. She's like, but what if I was like, I don't like, I can be like, hey, if you need me immediately, call me and I'll answer my phone. Like it'll be on its spot and I can hear it ring and I'll come answer I'll come answer the call. If you need something, like she's like, I told all my family and friends, and she's like, I have certain times during the day where I text people and I'm like, okay, I have like a 20-minute window where I'm texting people back and I'm getting things done. And she was also talking about all screens, like just reducing screen time in general has helped her. Everyone's talking about the year of the analog too. So I feel like it's just a common theme we're all feeling with the rise of AI, just wanting to get back to realness. And so obviously, again, that's a big leap. But at the same time, I feel like in the spirit of motivation and action and just going and doing things, I feel like for me, the phone is a sneaky little distraction where, again, it's like, even if I'm bricked, I'm still like on Pinterest or checking my emails or something where it's just like, there's always something to do.
You'll find the dopamine somewhere. Yeah. Trust me.
There's always something to do. And the expectation, the more you're on your phone, the more expectation you have on the phone where it's like, oh, well, I got to check this. I got to whatever. I don't know. So that's just a little, tidbit of an action item is working whatever way. If you want to get a brick or if you want to just leave, I'm going to try and do that where I'm like leaving my phone in one place, at least during certain hours where it's like, okay, let me just leave it here and I won't walk around with it. And, it's not going to be do or die. I don't have my phone in my hand.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be a broken record but I do think a lot of people are feeling that way and like leaning that way with the phone thing. And that's the reason that it is literally the number one question in my DM is about the brick, which I feel like says something because it's like, I've never gotten so many questions about an item that I've linked or something. And I'm like,
people are sick.
People are sick of it. And obviously it's like this is an overarching theme that a lot of people are feeling. And so even if it sounds like repetitive to talk about phone addiction, I think that it's so real and so important. And honestly,
people are addicted to a lot of things on their phone too. It's like, it might not, like for some people it's social media. Some people play games on their phone all the time. Some people are always checking their email. They're always calling people. They're always texting people. There's so many different ways your phone is like a black hole.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, you want to glow up, you want to be hotter, you want to be smarter, you have your own taste. Getting off your phone is going to help all of those things. Like I really believe that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a balance to strike because obviously it's amazing in a lot of ways and you want to take advantage of the ways that it is great. I think trying to create with it as much as possible instead of consume which has been such like a thing, like creation over consumption, whatever. But
Yeah.
I think that's like a really good thing to keep in
Reevaluating
mind.
your relationship with your phone.
Yeah, but I like those tips a lot. I feel like that's really good. And I really believe when, like, I've seen the difference of when I'm scrolling often and even just on my phone often and not. And like the difference is astounding in the way that I physically and mentally feel.
Yes.
I feel like a different person, which is scary. Like I was telling Chelsea, I'm like, my life feels different. When I'm not on my phone all day,
My brain feels different.
and my life, I feel like I'm living a different reality. Like it's actually insane.
Yeah.
So I'm passionate about it.
Oh, not my phone talking to me. It's like, what'd you say, bitch? I'm sorry. Oh, you're welcome. It's like, don't forget what I've done for you. You're welcome.
Like, you're welcome for the career,
Don't
mama.
forget to be, like, don't forget where you came from, mama. Sends me a text. Bro, unknown number. It's my FBI agent. He's like, don't forget where you came from, honey. Stay humble. Yeah, I think doing more things like the analog year where, you know, you can write in your journal or take photos with a digital or a film camera, just doing things like that and doing more things with your hands. Like I noticed when I was baking so much on our break, that is something, not even the baking aspect of why I was like, I love this, but I was realizing I was loving baking and I was wanting to do it every day because it was taking me away from other thoughts in my phone and like work and just, I was just able to be doing something with my hands. And that was a tip she gave is like, do other things that don't require your phone. Because a lot of times we'll make hobbies or we'll be like, oh, this is on my phone. You can look on this app or you can start doing it here. And it's all on your phone. And she was like, do stuff that's not on your phone. I know that's like very obvious, but baking, reading, a lot of people are getting into needlepoint and things like that. Just doing something with your hands that preoccupies your hands so that you can have thoughts again.
Yeah,
have your own thoughts again. So
I love that. I'm excited for the Year of the Horse. It's going to be a good one, guys. If you want to watch us on YouTube, yeah, she knocked on wood. Don't worry. Everything's going to be okay. If you guys want to watch us on YouTube, go look us up. What we said. Check us out. Subscribe if you want. We'd love that. If you listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we would love a 5-star rating and review. It would mean the absolute world to us. You can subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We love you guys so, so much. And
that's what we said. Goodbye.